It is Top 5 Tuesday, and during NFL Draft Week, we are focusing on literally the top 5 highest BYU NFL Draft Picks. Starting with Jarom.
Number 5, John Tate. Hey, I've always loved John Tate. My middle name's Tate. Seems fun. 14th pick in '99 by the Chiefs. One of 11 first-round picks all time from BYU. Played for Kansas City for 5 years. Signed a 6-year, $34 million deal with the Bears later. Started 139 games in his career.
Wow.
Starting left tackle in Super Bowl 41 for the Bears.
At number 4, Sean Knight. Defensive end.
Look at that photo!
11th overall pick in
my
1987.
gosh.
Playing in Snowmageddon in that picture.
That was definitely not in New Orleans.
Member of the 1984 BYU National Championship team. 16 sacks his senior year. Played for 3 teams over 3 seasons in the NFL. So didn't exactly work out in the NFL for Sean. Yeah, 3 years. But he was an absolute stud at BYU, which got him the 11th overall pick.
Perhaps the best defensive lineman ever to play at BYU. Jason Buck's probably that guy. We should have that conversation sometime. Number 3, Jim McMahon, 1982, 5th pick at the time. Highest pick in BYU's NFL history, NFC Offensive Rookie of the Year. A couple years later, starting quarterback who hands off to Walter Payton and the Fridge in the Super Bowl win by the Bears, greatest defense ever. Retired after 15 seasons in the NFL, and to me, the greatest quarterback that's ever played at BYU.
This is probably the best overall draft pick in the history of BYU football.
In what way?
Just where he went, how his career developed. It was a high draft pick. It was number 5 overall.
Yes.
Like, it just feels like the best.
If Steve was taken by the Niners originally,
then now he would be the
he
best.
was not. He was taken by the Express and then supplemental to the
Buccaneers,
and then the Niners.
Yeah, so an interesting conversation. Number 2, Ziggy Ansah, also the number 5 overall pick.
Isn't it crazy that Ziggy and Jim McMahon were the same number in the draft? That's amazing.
Given where Ziggy started from and how little he played, relatively speaking.
From Ghana, the 5th pick.
Wild. For the Detroit Lions back in 2013, 13 tackles for loss, 4.5 sacks in his final year at BYU.
You can't run, Chucky.
The outstanding defensive player at the Senior Bowl, all-rookie defensive team, led all rookies with 8 sacks. Selected to a Pro Bowl. Many people forget this. He was selected to a Pro Bowl in 2015.
Yeah.
After having 14.5 sacks, he had over 50 sacks for his career.
He led the NFL in sacks one year. I used to play basketball in the Richards building with Ziggy before he was on the football team. Then he's the 5th pick in the draft later. Crazy. And the number 1 and highest picked player in BYU history in the NFL draft, Zach Wilson, number 2 in 2021, threw for 3,600 yards, 33 touchdowns, 3 picks. His final year in 2020, BYU broke the single-season pass efficiency record, 196.4. Amazing. Currently, of course, in his 3rd season with the Jets. Aaron Rodgers is there now. If Zach had just mailed it in just a little bit more, could have gone to the Niners, and his life would be a little different right now. That throw on pro day was too good. Niners had traded up to 3. They wanted Zach. Love you, Zach.
Hey, we'll see what happens with Aaron Rodgers. Learn from the GOAT. We'll see what happens.